We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go. Mike, 6 yards. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 50, check 50. It's free. It's free. Kill. Hey. Go.
On first down, Lopez. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's got Shockey. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
57's Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time. 57's to Mike.
Now Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Wilson. And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gurley. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Tight dog, tight dog. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
On the ready. 57 the mic. That's it. 2B drop. 66. Pull it. Now.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
to Mike. To Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Shit.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check. Hey, watch the edge. Jim.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. Lopez. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Duke Riley leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play. Call there. Now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
Here's Bird to return. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right. Mike's by 4. Too little, cut. Bang. No take. Spell. Zoom. Mike's 54. I'm coming.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Murray now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Not today, you are. Not today.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. 6 man. Check Curl.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. DeMarcus Walker breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Good. Front left. 50 at the line. Quit talking about it and bring it. You do it.
Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Come on, check Mike 34. Mike 34. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, that's what I do.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Lopez. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Cut, 58, come on. Cut.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Todd Gurley, 39 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't been an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go to Johnson again. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Let's go.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Let's go. 57. That's right, baby.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 52. Hey, some motion. Check nickel. Check. Yo, I got him. Oh, try. Slam.
Now a give right side. It's Lopez. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Murray going to throw, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
49, check 49, check 49. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
To throw on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 8-yard line.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's got Burton here. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They try right side here. Gurley. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
SOS. Yep, go. That's mine. Kill.
To throw is Murray. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that score should be the proverbial icing on the old cake.
What kind of cake?
I go white cake, peanut butter frosting.
I like the way you think, and I think they may celebrate with exactly that cake when this game's over.
I'm going down to the locker room. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside.